Hey guys, so today's video is all about creating a deeper conversation, interaction, communication with the universe, listening to the universe's sign and using that to help us guide our way forward, understand what path we need to deviate from, which path is right for us, right? So all of this is called synchronicity. Listening to the messages of the universe is called synchronicity. You know, when we all of us said these things, oh, that was such a random coincidence, that was such a random event, such a random date, oh, that was such a random conversation to have. We thought randomness was a part of life. I thought that until I learned and realized that these were different messages universe was giving me. I call them little postcards coming from the universe, guiding me about people in my life, situations in my life, patterns in my life, my way forward. So listening to the message of the universe is something that I truly believe in. It's helped me so much. It's helped me guide in ways I couldn't even imagine. And that's what we're talking today about. And this is called synchronicity, syncing. Universe's message is syncing with something happening inside me, helping me to guide forward. So Carl Jung, a renowned psychologist, first termed synchronicity as something that is mirroring deeper psychological processes. It's like carrying, messages like dreams do, and also giving deeper meaning to things that happen in our life, the patterns and situations that happen in our life. And so in some way it was kind of corresponding to something that is happening inside us. So if all of this goes above your head, I'll explain through a very simple example. Imagine I'm driving the car, there's enough traffic, and at the same time my head is constantly thinking, should I do this, should I not do this? I've worked on all the logical reasons, the pros and cons and everything, but something, I need a message, something to tell me, should I go forward with it or not? And just then somebody cuts my car and I see this bumper sticker that says, just do it. This could be the message from the universe telling me to go forward with it, move ahead with it, right? So this is how we listen to universe's messages so many times. I've also got messages what not to do, what relationship not to pursue, and there were constant signs that I needed to act on. Many times I've been in denial, but I've come around again back to the sign which told me right in the beginning, hey, you should not have gone ahead with it. This is what was going to happen. Even when I talk about how it guided me in my purpose as a health and life coach, I quit a job that was paying me so well. I was getting into the next role, but something in me told me I should pursue my career as a health and life coach. And my parents were upset, like it didn't make so much sense, especially when you have a very solid job. It sometimes might not make sense to your family who want to protect you. So I asked for a sign, and I had never written my story. I had never written an article in my life. I didn't even believe I was a good writer, and I just wrote it. And then next I see it appears in Bombay Times, and the city is hearing my story. It was a massive sign from the universe that what I'm doing is right. So there are many such signs that have happened in my life, and I can go on and on about it. But a lot of clients come to me and say, hey, how do I invite synchronicity in my life? How do I listen to universe's messages? So obviously it's a much deeper process, and I work one-on-one with people, but there are a few things that I can share with you today. If you want to invite synchronicity, if you want to start listening to the messages universe is giving you. And the first one is to remove cynicism. I mean, I'm such a logical person. I've done my chartered accountancy and my business management, and logic is how I have led my life. So for me, sometimes when I heard this at the beginning, I was like, this is a bizarre, like there's no science to this. But then when I started to understand this is more about intuition, less about logic, more about my heart, less about the head, more about my emotional inner feeling, my inner voice, then I started to say, hey, you know what, let me open my heart. And opening your heart and letting go of cynicism is how we can first invite synchronicity and listening to the messages of the universe. Number two is reducing thoughts, right? We have so many thoughts, task. Now imagine in this, if I want to get this amazing disruptive idea. Where is the space? I need to create space for the idea to come in. Similarly, we need to create space between thoughts for universe to start sending us those messages and us being able to listen to it, right? So we need to reduce our thoughts. On an average, we have about 20,000-30,000 thoughts a day. Some people have 50,000-80,000 thoughts a day. So only if we work on our breathing, breath work, through mindfulness, through meditation, will we be able to create space between two thoughts. Like, catch your breath when you're getting that cup of coffee, when you're typing on your laptop, or when you're typing that message. That is how you create space between two thoughts, which will invite universe's message. Universe is giving you signs all the time. All the time. So we need to create space for the signs to come in. Number 3 is to find deeper meanings in our patterns, situations, like there are things that are happening, they're not random anymore. We established that, right? So what is this path telling us? What is these patterns telling us? What is this constant thing that is happening telling us? Those are also universe's sign. So reflect on it. And when you're getting a message of a pattern that is not working for you, then you gotta change it. That is a message from universe that is blocking you. So those are also signs that are getting from the universe. Number 4 is embrace astonishment. Don't get so negative about small miracles happening. I would think of a friend and she would message me. I would be traveling and like, oh, I would be so happy if I found the shawl, and then the shawl would appear. I would embrace these as small miracles, and I would start thanking universe, saying, you know what, I got that message. I embrace that astonishment. I invite that miracle in my life. Show me for even larger miracles. And today there are such beautiful, magical, larger miracles happening. I can't even start to express what a beautiful conversation we can have with the universe in this space. And the last one is start opening your heart to asking for signs, asking for help from the universe. And so many times I say, hey, show me a sign in the form of this or form of that, or in some way telling me if I should go forward or not go forward. But the most important thing here is to listen and act. Some of the things that I had to do were difficult. Some of the things that I do were really hard for me, but they were signs from the universe, and I had committed to that, to act on it, because I asked for them, right? So these things can actually help you open yourself to listen to the message of the universe. And also I should put one caveat here, that sometimes something might not match. For example, I'm listening to Tony Robbins, this known life coach that I know of, and I read Mr. Tony somewhere. That doesn't mean you take the next flight to go to California for his event. Some of the things don't match it. You know it. You know when it's coming from something that you're thinking about, feeling about, some intuition, something that's going on in your head, you know. And as you do more and more of listening, you'll know how to take this forward, how to read the right signs. So this is what I think you should do. Let me recap. Open your heart to listening to universe's messages. There is no randomness. Okay, remove cynicism, reduce your thoughts, make space, embrace astonishment, ask for signs wherever you need help, and find deeper meaning in all the patterns in your life that are working and not working. All of these are universe's messages. Universe wants to talk to us, sends us messages, listen to them. I hope this video really helped you. I hope you can invite synchronicity in your life like I have. You can subscribe to our newsletters on my website. You can follow us on Instagram. We constantly give different messages on life, on health. I'm here working with you to help you manifest health and life that you love and want.